now sports.
A big rivalry game right here on this field. That means just a little bit more than bragging rights. We'll have more coming up for you in sports. You see why this big guy right behind me is smiling? It's because he's seen me try and shoot this thing before. I'll tell you what, it ain't pretty. It was a project nearly 17 years in the making, and on Valentine's Day 2017, it pushed Georgia athletics into the future. I'm Alexander Makrides, and here's your look at the new indoor athletic facility. Hey guys, we're here at ACC Media Days 2017. We're going to talk to some of the best athletes in the ACC. Now, while we all know these guys' talents on the field, wouldn't it be nice to know the man under the helmet? Well, lucky for you, we asked the tough, hard-hitting questions to find out what really makes these guys tick. Hey guys, I'm Alex Makrides here with sports. You see those stands right behind me? There's not going to be an empty seat in this house come Friday night. Athens Academy and Prince Avenue Christian, two teams who have had great seasons, both fighting for home field advantage, a region championship, but both having to go through each other to do it. One more game. That's all Athens Academy has, not only to win the region encompassing most of Northeast Georgia's private schools, but also end a 4-game losing streak to Prince Avenue Christian.
It's a neat little rivalry, but you know, it's not really a rivalry until we make it a rivalry.
Alexander says he thinks Athens Academy can make it a rivalry too. Coming off a disappointing first loss of the season, the Spartans are focused and looking ahead to Friday's marquee matchup.
You know, you don't have to sit up here and give some great Lombardi speech to these guys, you know.
As you can see, the Spartans are hard at work. They know it's on the line, their first region title since 2012. But only 20 minutes up the road, Prince Avenue Christian waiting for them with region title hopes of their own.
Any kid, think about it, a kid that's a senior that graduates, he could have been a region champ for his entire football career.
But Coach Vandegrift wants his team to know just how important having a top seed in the playoffs is.
If you win the region, it just sort of not guarantees you, but it sets you up to make it to about the third round.
One thing is for certain, region title hopes plus crosstown rivalry equals a great recipe for a hard-fought battle.
Oh yeah, anytime it works out that way and it's fun for our community and our kids.
I guess it's called the backyard brawl, so be a lot of people in the backyard.
Fun, yes. A backyard brawl, most definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where else I would want to be on Friday night. The game kicks off right here at Prince Avenue Christian at 7:30 p.m. sharp. You know, I always wish I could do that, but I bet I know some guys who can. And for the next 2 days, they're calling Stegman Coliseum home. It's only 71 miles to Phillips Arena, but for the 4th year in a row, the Atlanta Hawks are on the University of Georgia campus for their training camp. Newcomer and Atlanta native Dwight Howard looks to help the Hawks make their 10th straight playoff appearance, the longest such streak in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, we love this facility. We love coming up to the University of Georgia. It fits us. It feels like the right place for us to start our season.
At least I know how to dribble. That's your look at sports. I'm Alex Makrides. The Georgia men's and women's swim teams look forward to this Wednesday when they head to Georgia Tech to face the Yellow Jackets. Now, for some of the Bulldogs, swimming at Georgia Tech is a bit of a homecoming. 4 months ago, 4 members of the Georgia swim team were swimming at the Macaulay Aquatic Center. But they weren't swimming for the University of Georgia. They were swimming for Team USA in preparation for the Olympics.
That pool gives me chills every time, and I hate that I say it because it's Tech, and I'm from Georgia.
While remembering the journey to Rio is exciting, the Olympics are over, and the Georgia swim season is here, which means the focus is all Georgia, all the time.
For me, I learned a lot from the experience, but I'm just super excited to be back and be racing with all these guys, and you know, I think it's going to be a great year for us.
Both Georgia teams have defeated Georgia Tech every year since 2005.
Alex, I think a lot of people are excited about the football team starting up again.
Most definitely, yes. We are out there at Georgia football's new home at the Club Sports Complex. We saw a lot of familiar faces and a bunch of fresh ones too. But the most surprising face of all was the player coming back from a PCL tear only 5 months ago. You know him well, it's Nick Chubb. Chubb takes the handoff and hits the hole. For the last 5 months, this is what we have been waiting to see. But at the beginning of the Kirby Smart era, this isn't even the biggest question. Georgia once again comes into spring practice without a clue who its starting quarterback will be. Grayson Lambert, Bryce Ramsey, and Jacob Eason were all out there battling for the starting spot. The Tigers were hustling downfield, the offensive linemen were blocking, and the defensive backs were on the prowl. The Georgia squad was in full force. It's 170 days until Georgia tees it off between the hedges, but for those of you that can't wait, G-Day is just on the horizon. April 16th is fast approaching. I know I'm counting down. This is the 40-mile stretch of road separating Billy O'Hare from the game he loves. The journey down this road leads to one place, UGA's intramural sports fields. 3 days a week, you find Coach O'Hare passing along his words to a bunch of college kids who have decided to play his favorite sport.
As I got here and realized the amount of talent these kids had and the dedication, I was hooked.
O'Hare travels over an hour and a half from his home in Gwinnett County just to coach.
He's willing to drive from Atlanta when the rest of us are sometimes late to practice, driving from the other side of campus.
When O'Hare is not on the lacrosse field, he is protecting the streets of Forsyth County as a member of its narcotics and gang unit. When he isn't on patrol, though, he is studying film on opponents to prepare the team for its upcoming games.
He's 100% all in. He's got a full-time job that it takes up his entire day, and he still puts in every other second, every free second that he gets, he puts into this team.
O'Hare joined the team 3 years ago and has brought a new brand of discipline that he says not only makes the team better on the field, but makes them better men off it.
He also brings an attitude of discipline and hard work that we all really seem to feed off of and work well with, and I think that's paid dividends this season.
Take offense to when people say, oh, you're a club team. That I get boiled up inside. I don't like people reference that at all, because there's not one person that I've coached in the past, going on my third season, that truly thought this was a club team that stayed on the team.
O'Hare wouldn't trade this team for any other. Alex Makrides, Grady News Source.